How is everybody doing today? We are on episode 6 of New Beginnings. It has been 2 weeks since the last episode, so let me see if I can get you guys caught up to speed here. Uh, Construction season is all over, and we have been getting all the equipment brought back to the shop and doing maintenance on them, as well as getting them, as you can see, all cleaned up and ready to kind of put away for the season. The boss man, I believe, at some point wants to put a storage shed or some type of garage back here. He has also sold the lot next door that was over there where we were keeping some of the equipment. So he decided to sell it. And downsized. He sold some of the equipment as well. He's getting up there in age and he's kind of downsizing. So he's kind of consolidated all of his equipment to this property here and the small sand pit that he owns across town. He has a front end loader over there still, but everything else is pretty much here. So yeah, we've been doing maintenance, getting them all cleaned up and ready for them to be put away for the winter. Well, we're still in fall right now, but winter's coming, as you can see by the trees and the foliage. So I'm going to park these over here. So, like I said on the last episode, my boss gave me a number to a guy that does logging. So I got in contact with him and met up with him, and I did get the job with that company to do logging. I start that tomorrow. Today's basically the last day. Not so much working for this company, I guess. I still will be doing some plow work for them once it snows. I told them I would, even if I did get the other job, I would still help them plow to get through the winter, because they get a lot of contracts that they do and whatnot. So the logging is pretty much year round, minus the spring where the snow melts and gets a little muddy in the woods roads and harder for equipment to get moved around and without getting stuck. So there's a little downtime in the spring, but other than that, it's pretty much year round. So today's kind of my last day really working here, and I'm just getting basically finished up with washing that equipment over there. So tomorrow I start logging, and I also want to show you guys a few other things that's happened in the last few weeks. Another thing being, I made a new purchase. I did get that Ford. It's a Ford F350 Super Duty. It's the one that I saw down to the lot, the used car dealership down the road. It's a 6.7 Power Stroke. I had them do a few customizations to it. The grill was plastic black. I had them put a chrome grill on it. I also added a toolbox. And I think that was all. I had them do. But yeah, it's a good truck. I stayed with the Ford. Also, down here, my wife and I had to make few changes in the last few weeks. One of them being is that we had to move from here. The landlord ended up selling all of these houses, trailers sooner than we were thinking, so we had to scurry and find a new place to live. So my boss gave me a name of the person that had another trailer for rent, which was actually a lot nicer than this one. So we got a hold of that person and ended up being able to get that trailer, or excuse me, we were able to rent that trailer. So we moved on the other side of town. Well, it's just a couple minutes from here. So I'll go show you guys that. We've also done some groundwork around the shop here as well, as you can probably see. But yeah, it's a nice trailer, a lot nicer than the one we were living in. Fairly quiet little section of town. Here it is. There's Sierra, waiting patiently for me. So yeah, it's a bigger trailer, nicer trailer. The landlord's really nice. He keeps up with everything that needs to be kept up with. Kind of the opposite of what we were dealing with our past landlord. But once again, this is temporary until we can get more established and look for something more permanent. Not really rent. Not something that we have to rent. So looking more to build or buy. So I'm gonna get inside, spend the rest of the day with the wife, and then tomorrow I'm gonna get to logging. So I will see you guys in the morning. All right, good morning, everybody. I am headed to work for my first day of logging. Well, not technically my first day of logging, but for this company it will be. Just went into the store to grab a few snacky foods. So I am headed to the woods to start cutting down some trees and whatnot. So I'm going to see you guys when I get there. We are almost there. I think it's just up around the corner here. So basically, I don't know how many years back, a year or so, there was a small wildfire up here. So yeah, you can see to my right, I don't know how many acres burned, but this company got contracted to come in here and clean up these burned down trees. No, they're not really burned down, but they're pretty scorched and whatnot. So our job is to come in and cut them all down and get them out of here. So I know I gotta hop in one of those machines over there and start chopping them down, getting them processed. And I would say I think it's gonna be quite a job to get all this done, but I think it's gonna get us, probably take most of the winter to do it. But anyhow, let's get her done.
it's supposed to feel.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack.
Alright, I'm just finishing strapping down this load. I gotta haul it off to the mill, and that will pretty much be all I will have time to do today. Got quite a bit done. Quite a lot more left to go. So I'm going to get this off to the mill. Then I can bring the truck back to get my pickup and do this all again tomorrow. So yeah, if you guys liked what you watched, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next one.